The group Meidas Touch is basically doing the work that the Democratic Party should be doing, but instead Meidas Touch is left to kind of do the dirty work that the Democratic Party's a little too timid to do. And they do phenomenal work. And this week, they, as they put it on their Twitter account, essentially broke Donald Trump. They pissed him off severely because what Meidas Touch had been doing was they were running anti-Trump ads on Fox News. And that pissed Donald Trump off like nothing else you could imagine, forcing Donald Trump to release yet another idiotic statement here that says this. What good is it if Fox News speaks well of me when they continually allow horrible and untruthful anti-Trump commercials to be run, and plenty of them? In the good old days, that would never have happened, and today it happens all of the time. Ratings challenged CNN and MSNBC would never run a positive Trump ad, never. With so many forces against us, big tech, the fake news media, the radical left, the rhinos, and more, we are at such a disadvantage, but we will win anyway. Win what? I mean, technically, as it stands right now, dude, you're not actually running for anything. And if you're talking about winning elections, you've lost already. So, there's that. If you're talking about winning court cases, you're losing those too. You're literally losing everything. Except, of course, your support among Republicans in the Republican Party. That seems to keep going up. But every other aspect of your life, you're a big old giant fat-faced loser. So you're not going to continue to win anyway because you're not continuing to win anywhere. Meidas Touch tweeted out that announcement along with this tweet. It says, "We just broke Trump. We didn't think we could break him any more than we already had, but we did. After we put our ad on the air at Mar-a-Lago, that is humiliating him for not coming to Virginia. He wants to come so badly." I love Meidas Touch. I say that again because they absolutely are doing the kinds of things and running these kind of hard-hitting, direct ads that I've been calling for the Democratic Party to do for so long. Democrats like to act like the only time we need to run hit ads, the only time we need to attack people is when there's an active election going on. That's not the case. And that's why what Meidas Touch is doing here, running these ads on Fox News, attacking Donald Trump, that's why it's so valuable. Because you can do that. Democrats could literally be running ads all over the country right now, attacking Donald Trump. They could be attacking Ron DeSantis. They could be making fun of Ted Cruz. They could be calling out Rand Paul. They could just be highlighting the stupid stuff that Lauren Boebert says. But instead, we got to have, somebody like Toby Morton, who's doing a phenomenal job as well, going after Lauren Boebert. Like, why is it that the Democratic Party is literally relying on everybody else to do their job for them? That's what's so sad about all this. That's what's infuriating. And that's, again, not to undermine the work of any of these individuals. Meidas Touch is an absolute necessity, and I love what they're doing. Toby Morton with his LaurenBoebert.com. Phenomenal guy, doing wonderful work, trying to take down these individuals. The problem is, these folks shouldn't have to do it. The Democratic Party should be doing this. We should be running ads every day reminding the public how horrible Donald Trump was. We should be running ads reminding people of what actually happened on the day of the insurrection, especially with all the new information that just came out in the last 48 hours. But we'll leave the dirty work, I guess, to the people who are much better at it than the Democratic Party. And I guess the Democrats have to hope that it works. So far, these groups are doing a bang-up job, right? You don't get a statement from Donald Trump super pissed off at Fox News if you're not doing something right. So kudos to Meidas Touch. But I also have to point out one more thing here. Trump admitted it in that first line. What good is running pro-Trump segments when you're running anti-Trump ads? The entire network, including the commercials, all has to be pro-Trump. If you're not 100% loyal to him 24 hours a day with no breaks whatsoever, it's not good enough. Because that's what his narcissism does. You have to be all in all the time, or it means nothing to him. I just wanted to say that as a quick reminder to all these little Republicans out there and all this conservative media. You don't get a second chance. You don't even get a minute off from being in his cult. You're either 100% with him 100% of the time, or you're an absolute horrible piece of crap and he hates you. There is no in-between in Trump world, so just make sure you choose wisely which side of that you want to be on.